Hello. Hello. Welcome to Shimmer Like a Girl with me, Shauna. And on today's episode, we are going to talk about a band that had a chokehold on the UK music scene, rock and roll scene, from around 2000 to 2004, 2005, and then kept finding themselves in the tabloids and whatnot. Lots of breaking up, lots of fights, lots of getting back together. Pete Doherty and Carl Barât are the two main guys in the band. They are the co-lead singers, and they both are quite emotional and quite expressive. Their music came out in a time when the UK scene, what was coming out from the UK was like Coldplay, stuff like that was kind of like tame and very commercial, yada, yada, yada. And so like the Libertines are a garage rock revival band, and they really changed the sound, and they came, around the same time as the Strokes and the Vines and bands like that. So we'll start off with their first single called What a Waster by the Libertines. And it was hard to get radio play on this one because it is just full of profanity. But these people are like, they are the most British band like ever. Like when you try to hear them talk, it is kind of a challenge because their accents are incredibly thick. But anyway, let's give a listen.
Just what it is she does. But it can't be hard for her to get a buzz. Down in the street below, you hear the drunken archangel sing. I know what's on your mind, my boy, 'cause I can see everything. Red pipes, your fortune's made. Well, take a tip from me. Climb up to her window ledge, or you'll forever be just walking on the ladders as the people around you hear you crying, please. As the people around you hear you crying, please. Well, take it from me. Climb up to her window ledge, or you'll forever be just walking on the ladders as the people around you hear you crying, please. As the people around you hear you crying, please. Just what it is she does. It can be hard for her to get a buzz. Fracture and vertigo and letting go. Well, me, my sport, I was never sure. What did the liquor or what did my soul?
All right, so what you just heard was What a Waster and then Vertigo by the Libertines to get a feel for the sound. So let's talk about them a little bit. So they originally started in 1997 and then finally released their first album called Up the Bracket in 2000, and then it was re-released and re-recorded. Mick Jones from The Clash was the producer on this album. So Pete Doherty and Carl Barât are best friends and brothers, and their relationship is very volatile. So they love each other very deeply, but then they also fight in a way that is incredibly unhealthy. So a lot of it has to do with drug use and just, poor decisions. So Pete Doherty got really into crack cocaine and heroin, and it caused a lot of issues with a lot of things. So recording and shows and just hanging out in general. He became like a total monster. He kind of led to the first breakup of the band, but then also Barât says, no, that wasn't why we broke up. It was really because their relationship had more issues than anything. So something that's interesting about this band is NME, which is the UK music magazine. They announced the Libertines as the biggest band and like the hottest band and the best music before they even really had a single out. And the Libertines were very influential as far as fashion goes and music style. So what happened was since Doherty became such a heavy user of drugs, Barât would have to end up playing shows without him, and that really kind of like caused a lot of tension between the band. But before we get too much into that, I'm going to play one of their first singles called Up the Bracket. And this was from the album Up the Bracket, which is their first full-length album.
Saw two shadow men on the violence road. They said to pay me for your address, no, I was so bold. They said you see these two cold fingers, these crooked fingers I show. You wait to me, no, well they didn't like that much, I can tell you. He says sunshine, I wouldn't wanna be in your shoes. Chased me up 3 flights of stairs, going to lift outside and said hello. But you're impossible, and it's just like he's in another world. He doesn't see the danger on show. Now the wine, the blood, Joseph, bloody in the hole. It's just like she's in another world, you know, they suit each other, no. She never get close. Oh, it's interesting. Same two men on the Cali road. So now they double their offer, I was so bold. To say you see these two cold fingers, I know. These crooked fingers I show. Oh, use a way to me, no. But it's just like he's in another world. He doesn't see the danger or show. And he'll end up like Joseph, bloody in the hole. Just like she's in another world, you know, they shoot each other, oh no. It's not a bottle, never get close. Unstoppable. Just like all in another world, how we suit each other, no. You never get close, that's close enough.
Okay, so something that happened while they were out and about, they're getting all these tours. They did a lot of cool things, actually, where they would do something called guerrilla shows, where they would kind of just set up wherever and then play live. They really enjoyed doing this kind of stuff. They had a heavy following in the UK. So when they ended up fighting, and then Doherty wasn't really even invited to play with them. Something happened where Doherty knew that Barât's birthday was coming up, so he organized a whole like show to celebrate his birthday. So he set up the event, he set up where they're going to play, all this stuff. He invites Barât, he invites the band, but Barât and his friends already had plans to go do karaoke or whatever, and they had convinced him not to go because Doherty still at this time was like a hot mess. Like, he was completely unstable and unable to really keep himself together. So they ended up not showing up, and Doherty ended up playing this show by himself, and it made him so upset that he exacted revenge by not showing up to their planned European tour that was coming out. So instead of like getting on the train to Paris, he just didn't show up at all. So then a guitar tech had to go and try to learn Pete's guitar parts, and that didn't go well. So they ended up like skipping a bunch of songs entirely, and it just was a total mess. This really sucks. It also caused a lot more turmoil in between the band. So Doherty ended up like doing his own solo thing with this musical project called Baby Shambles, and the Libertines finished their European tour with and then also their Japan tour without Doherty. So while they were in Japan, Pete Doherty has a newborn baby with his like girlfriend of the time, and he was still so upset. Now he decided he was upset that he wasn't part of the tour, instead of admitting that like, hey, he didn't go in the first place, that he ends up breaking into Carl Barât's apartment and burglarizing him. Basically, he stole a guitar, he stole a harmonica, he stole a laptop. His Pete Doherty's mother of his new child ends up calling the cops because Pete admits to this to her, and he gets sentenced to 6 months in jail for this in the UK. And Carl Barât is actually so distraught about this, even though he was the one that was robbed. He wanted to like drop the charges because that's like his best friend. Instead of dropping the charges, they didn't. But his 6 month sentence was reduced to 2 months, and he was as soon as he was let out, Carl Barât was waiting at the gates of the prison for him, and that night they played a show together as the Libertines again. So we're going to listen to some more Libertines music.
Like you never seen the light, you're walking like it every night. But I've never seen you dance and I've never heard you sing. So how can it mean a single thing? This is a rudimentary. You're talking like you're handy in the fight. You're talking like it every night. But I've never seen those flowers in the bow of your gun. All I've seen you do is run. This is a rudimentary. But tell me, baby, how does it feel? I know you like the roll of the limousine wheel, yeah. And they all get them out for the boys in the band. They twist and they shout for the boys in the band. Boys in the band. You're walking like you never seen the light. You're walking like it every night. But then I stop to think and I ask myself why. It's one of those things that, darling, you must try. It's also rudimentary. I know I'm jealous, so I'm jealous of my own. I'll go homestead, but through these hearts I will roam, yeah. They all get them out for the boys in the band. They scream and they shout for the boys in the band. In the band. They scream and they shout for the boys in the band. Yes, they all want them out for the boys in the band. They scream and they shout for the boys in the band. etc. And leave them behind. A little boy in a stairwell who says, I hate people like you. I got matchsticks and cable TV. Half of less than 50 feet. We'll clamber over the balcony, banging on the window, waking Steve, bringing with a true love his unholy friend. Singing, if you really need it, you just won't leave it behind. So baby, please kill me. Oh baby, don't kill me. But don't bring that ghost round to my door. I don't wanna see them anymore. Please kill me. Oh baby, don't kill me. Just don't bang on about yesterday. You know I wouldn't know about that anyway. Oh no.
Said to the mouse before, if she loved anybody more than he, turns you into stone. No, I'm reversing down a lonely street, cheap hotel where I can meet the past and pay it up and keep it sweet. It's sweet like nothing, no, it's just like nothing at all. And I've seen you there, how could I help but stare? It rips the heart out of your baby. You've taken far too much to see or think or touch what's real. Stranded on this street that paved my only way home. You really need it all, you just wanna leave it behind. Oh please kill me, oh no don't kill me. Bring that ghost round to my door. I don't wanna see him anymore. Please kill me, oh no don't kill me. Don't go on about yesterday, you know I wouldn't know about that anyway. Oh no. He got nothing, oh, he got nothing at all.
So, that what you just heard was Boys in the Band by the Libertines, and then Death on the Stairs by the Libertines. So Doherty was sober while he was in prison, but then shortly after he kind of starts up on drugs again. And this is while they're starting to record their second album, which is a self-titled album. And the cover of it is actually a picture of Pete Doherty and Carl Barât sitting on a couch at that party and show from when Pete just got out of prison that night. So the thing what happened was they had to hire security. Mick Jones from The Clash once again was producing this album. They had to hire security in the recording studio because Doherty and Barât would get into physical fistfights and whatever during the recording sessions, and they needed the security for everyone's protection and the equipment and everything. So before the album was mixed and finished and all that, Doherty actually left the studio, and then in around 2004, which is when the second album came out, he ended up in rehab, but then he left, and then he went back for a week, and then he left again, and then he wanted to go to a rehab in Thailand, but then he left there again. So Doherty was not invited by the Libertines to join them while they continued making music and going on tour and whatnot. But they said, as soon as you are off drugs, you are back in the band. Please just stop doing drugs. So, some tracks from their self-titled album, The Libertines, we're going to listen to. This song is called Can't Stand Me Now, and this is written by Pete and Carl, and it's kind of Pete's self-loathing and also how he feels like Carl feels about him and how he feels about himself, and their tumultuous, I can't even say that word, but they're very they're very difficult relationship. All right, give it a listen.
For the start, you twisting tore our love apart. Your light fingers through the dark shattered the lamp into darkness. It cast us out. You know you've got it the wrong way round. You shut me up and blamed it on the ground. Cornered the boy, kicked out of the world kicked back a lot fucking harder now. If you wanna try, there's no worse you could do. I know you lie, I'm still in love with you. Can't take me anywhere, I'll take you anywhere. You can't take me anywhere, I can't take you anywhere. I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. Oh, you can't stand me, no, you can't stand me now. You can't stand me, no, you can't stand me now. You can't stand me, no, you can't stand me now. You can't stand me now. You can't stand me now. Are we enough to keep it together? Or do we just keep on pretending and hope our luck is never ending? Or you tried to pull the wool, I wasn't feeling too clever. And you take all that blending until you need a mending. If you wanna try, there's no worse you could do. I know you lie, all you do is make me cry. And all those words, they ain't true. Can't take me anywhere, I can't take you anywhere. Can't take me anywhere, I won't take you anywhere. I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. Oh, you can't stand me, no, you can't stand me now. You can't stand me, no, you can't stand me now. You can't stand me, no, you can't stand me now. You can't stand me, no, you can't stand me now. 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 Can't stand me now. If you get tired of just hanging around, pick up a guitar and spin a web of sound. And then you could be strung out all day with lovers and clowns. Now I find myself hanging around. It's been a long walk, we're tired and dirty. Still not dirty enough for you, well I've been feeding. I stole a light from the dawn. But if you come around this ledge, you wish you'd never been born. Oh, tell me you can see me, or can't you see through it all? I'm empty, lost, alone, I want you to heed my call. It's been a long walk, you're so tired and dirty. Still not dirty enough for you.
So you just heard a couple songs by the Libertines. You heard the Ha Ha Wall, which is what just played. And before that, you heard Can't Stand Me Now. So, let's talk a little bit about, before I play more songs from that album, which is like so good. In 2004, Pete Doherty and was pretty much on his own doing the Baby Shambles thing because he just did not want to get sober. He kind of was just on his own little path of mayhem and madness and mischief and getting arrested and doing whatever he wanted to do. And so Carl Barât, he dissolved the Libertines in 2004 because he didn't want to record without Doherty and under that name. So he starts his own band called Dirty Pretty Things while Pete Doherty is doing Baby Shambles stuff. So I'm going to play a couple other songs from the self-titled album, their second album. It's a song called Tomblands and then a song called Music When the Lights Go Out. So Tomblands is going to be a little bit about how Pete feels about kind of living in this like drug-obsessed existence. And then Music When the Lights Go Out is kind of like when you're at a party and it's just over, but you're not leaving. So let's get into it.
High register operational. In the land of the gouching, skiving sun, the bodies are around now. Never an honest day's work is done. They call it the two lands. This dancing, no. They're never gonna get me, no. Never gonna get me, no. Never gonna get me, no. 15 holes in the dealer's chest. Yo ho ho, it was a mini martel man. Stuff with those and stuff with the rest. Pieces of eight in the jukebox. Oh, you know, didn't want to be the one to tell you. She was only 14. Society dirty, sold in little zing. Is it cruel or kind not to speak my mind and to lie to you rather than hurt you? Well, I'll confess all of my sins after several large gins, but still I'll hide from you, hide what's inside from you. And alarm bells ring when you say your heart still sings when you're with me. Oh, won't you please forgive me, I no longer hear the music. Oh no. And all the memories of the pubs and the clubs and the drugs and the tubs we shared together will stay with me forever. But all the highs and the lows and the twos and the throws, they left me dizzy. Oh, Won't you please forgive me? I no longer hear the music. Oh no. Well, I no longer hear the music when the lights go out. Love goes cold and shades a thousand strange lights in my mind. It's all too clear. Music when the lights come on. The girl I thought I knew is gone. With her, my heart had disappeared. I no longer hear the music. All the memories of the fights and the nights and the blue lights. All the kites we flew together. I thought they'd fly forever. But all the highs and the lows and the twos and the flows, they left me dizzy. Won't you forgive me? I no longer hear the music. Well, I no longer hear the music. I no longer hear the music when the lights go out. Love goes cold and shaded out. The strange fate in my mind, it's all too clear. Music when the lights come on. The girl I thought I knew is gone. With her, my heart had disappeared. I no longer hear the music. I no longer hear the music.
So now I want to talk about how Carl Barât. I talked a lot about how Pete Doherty is like literally the Tasmanian devil, fueled by crack cocaine and heroin, and he is getting arrested. He's doing all sorts of things. He's very self-destructive, but Carl Barât is the other. He's like the other side of the coin. So he is. He strives for normalcy and systems and like stability, but he has a lot of like depressive episodes, and he's very angry and emotional. So, and he also he's not like an innocent individual. Like he was also partying. So when they would get in fights and stuff, like one time he ended up getting so messed up that he and so sad about what was going on with the band and how it was breaking up and how he had no control over it and he couldn't do anything, and he realized that him and Pete were just kind of over with what their project was and what they were doing. He ended up like being super wasted and in a bathroom looking in the mirror, and he ended up slamming his face into the sink a bunch of times and getting 70 stitches in his face and going temporarily blind in one eye. Like he's very self-destructive as well, but in a more quiet way. He's not as gregarious and egregious and outgoing with that. So you don't hear as much about him. I guess he wasn't as much in the tabloids because he wasn't dating supermodels and going out there getting arrested all the time with drugs. So when I talk about dating supermodels, Pete Doherty, he dated Kate Moss, and he actually got busted with drugs in 2005. He was with Kate Moss, and they were engaged actually too. They dated for 2 years. It was a very messy relationship because a lot of drugs were involved. So in 2005, they both got busted on drug charges, and it made Kate Moss get dropped by like H&M and some other big labels with her career, but she didn't really seem to care so much, and neither did Pete. Like they were just having the time of their life, right? So this song is called What Katie Did, and is this about Kate Moss, or is this about a different Katie, or who the heck knows? Like we don't know, but this song is great. It's a classic. It's a very popular song by the Libertines, and we're going to listen to it now.
shoot-a-lang-a-lang, shoot, shoot, 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 shoot-a-lang-a-lang. What you gonna do, Katie? You're a sweet, sweet girl, but it's a cruel, cruel world, cruel, cruel world. My pins are none too strong, Katie. Hurry up, Mrs. Brown. I can feel it coming down, and it won't take none too long. But since you said goodbye, the polka dots fill my eyes, and I don't know why. What you gonna do, Katie? You're a sweet, sweet girl, but it's a cruel, cruel world, a cruel, cruel world. Safety pins are none too strong, Katie. They hold my life together, and I never say never, and I never say never again. But since you said goodbye, the polka dots fill my eyes, and I don't know why. But since you said goodbye, the polka dots fill my eyes, and I don't know why. Oh, please you will, and it's up to anyone. Don't do the darkest drill. What? Oh, time. That's what they are like tonight. But since you said goodbye, the polka dots fill the skies, and I don't know why.
All right, so you just heard the Libertines sing What Katie Did. So now we're going to hear What Became of the Likely Lads, which is the last song on the self-titled album, The Libertines, by The Libertines. And then after that, we're going to move into 2006. So we're going to listen to Baby Shambles do a Clash cover of the song Janie Jones, which they did for a Joe Strummer event called Strummerville, where they were raising money for cancer. And then we'll listen to Dirty Pretty Things, which is Carl Barât's band, and his album is, or his song is called Bang Bang You're Dead. So let's take a listen to those next three.
Please don't get me wrong, see I forgive you in a song we'll call The Likely Lands. But if it's left to you, I know exactly what you do with all the dreams we had. Cause blood runs thick, it's thick as thieves, you know. It's important to you, it's important to me. I try to make you see, but you don't want to know. If the problems come along and you forget side. My blood runs thicker, oh, with thicker steeds, you know. That's important to you, it's important to me. I tried to make you see, but you don't want to know. Oh, what became of the likely lad? What became of the dreams we had? Oh, what became of forever love? Oh, what became of forever love? No, we'll never know. But please don't get me wrong, see, I forgive you in a song called The Likely Lad. We all bought the ones we taught the world, we wrote the songs and still the dreams we had. My blood runs thicker, oh, with thicker steeds, you know. If that's important to you, it's important to me. I tried to make you see, but you don't want to know. Oh, what became of the likely lad? What became of the dreams we had? Oh, what became of forever? Oh, what became of forever? We'll never know. The blood runs thicker, oh, with thicker steeds, you know. If that's important to you, yes, it's important to me. I tried to make you see, but you don't want to know. Oh, what became of the likely lads? What became of the dreams we had? Oh, what became of forever? Oh, what became of forever? We'll never know. Yeah. Oi! He's in love with a rock and roll world. He's in love with a gangstone world. He's in love with a Jenny Jones world, but he don't like his boy job, no. He's in love with a rock and roll world. He's in love with a gangstone world. He's in love with a Jenny Jones world, but he don't like his boy job, no. But he knows what he likes to do. He knows that he's gonna have fun with you. You lucky lady. And he knows when the evening comes, when his job is done, he'll be over in his car for you. Oh. He's in love with a rock and roll world. He's in love with a Getty Stone world. He's in love with a Jenny Jones world, that he don't like his boy job, no. And in the intro, lots of work, but the boss and the firm, it always thinks his shirts. That's all. And it's just like everyone who's got a book called Tina that it just won't run without you. Then a rock jacket. He's in love with a rock and roll world. He's in love with a gangster world. He's in love with a Jenny Jones world, but he don't like his boy job, no. Hey, and boys who don't quite fit, there's no pay. All I'm in is alphabetical file. Except for the government. This time he's gone to let him know. He's gonna let his boss know exactly how it feels. It's pretty bad. Too bad, though. He's in love with a rock and roll world. He's in love with a gangstone world. He's in love with a Jenny Jones world, but he don't like his boy job, no. 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 Let them know. Let them know. Oh. Can't do it.
I could do some more Anthony, actually.
the start about the seeds of the weeds that grew in your heart. So satisfaction for these factions who fought the terrace apart. Oh, I gave you a Midas touch. Oh, you turn and scratch out my heart. Oh, what did you expect? Oh, tell me, what did you expect? To lay it on my head. So is it all up on my head? Bang, bang, you're dead. Oh, it's so easily led. Bang, bang, you're dead. Put all the rumors to bed. Bang, bang, you're dead. I knew all along, but I was loath to believe there was nothing but spite, fury and lies of the webs that you weave. An illusion to a conclusion, and oh, it's no so dream. When you put it to bed, kick it in the head, oh, and then just let it be. Bang, bang, you're dead. Oh, it's so easily led. Bang, bang, you're dead. Put all the rumors to bed. Bang, bang, you're dead. All up on my head. Bang, bang, you're dead. Oh, it's so easily led. Bang, bang, you're dead. Put all the rumors to bed. Bang, bang, you're dead. Bang, 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 you're dead. Oh,
All right, so a couple other controversies and scandals that Pete Doherty himself was involved in. So in 2006, he was having a party at his house or his apartment, and it was described by many people as a few different things, like anywhere from a literary cathedral to a crack den. So, you know, probably both. He probably had books and all sorts of other poems and art everywhere, but also crack everywhere, because that is his favorite thing to do, you know? So one night he was having a party, and this was in 2006, and an up-and-coming actor who is a graduate from Cambridge was there, and he actually ended up falling off the balcony and dying, and it was recorded on the CCTV of Pete Doherty, his girl, a girl at the time, and then like Pete Doherty's bodyguard running past as the body like laid on the sidewalk, and it was super controversial. And you know, it looks like was he pushed? Did he fall? Was he killed? What happened? The bodyguard went to the police and actually admitted that like he might have pushed him, but then he retracted that statement, saying that no, he didn't. That was everything was an accident. I don't know what happened. And Pete has never been charged with any kind of crime for this, about that. And what's interesting is, so last year, the Mark Blanco, the man who died, his mother actually released a it's like a documentary about the bungled investigation of the death of his son, and the name of the documentary is called Pete Doherty, Who Killed My Son. So that's, I mean, it's still going on today. That was 17 years ago, and his the victim's mom is still like looking for answers, and nobody can really tell him. So there was that. Another thing is Pete Doherty was linked a lot with Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse, as we know, tragically died too young. She joined the 27 Club, and she and Pete would party a lot, and they reportedly were lovers, according to Pete. Like he said, you know, we made music together and we dated, and I still love her and I still miss her, and it's tragic what happened. You know, the drugs took hold, and it is what it is. So what happened since then was the Libertines stayed broken up. People went on with their lives. Pete gets sober. Pete breaks his sobriety, gets arrested. It's about every other year is this kind of like habit. And then in 2010, the Libertines joined back together. And then they release another album in 2015. And everyone's like, hooray, hooray. But, you know, Pete can't maintain sobriety. So it doesn't last. And but he does end up over this time, like, ending up getting sober, and I think he's been sober since about 2019, I think. So that's something. Like, first of all, he's still alive, which is a miracle. Second of all, he's now sober, and he still has a lot of connections with all this stuff. So they released, the Libertines actually did just release a new album this year in 2024. And it's, you know, it's pretty good. I feel like it lost the spark of like the original Libertine sound, but you know, here is the single from their latest single. It's called Run, Run, Run.
It's a lifelong project of a life on the lash. I've forgotten how to care, but I'll remember for cash. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Light the views, sing the blues, I can die if I want to. Tonight we're gonna bring tomorrow's happiness. Gonna live like it's the end. I love you to death, but I must suggest you better run, 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 boy, faster than the past. Through the looking glass, if you want the night to last, you better run, 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 boy, faster than the past. Through the looking glass, if you want the night to last. He's an old-time blagger, I've handed a band. Still knows the streets of Camden like the back of his hand. He's an old-time lover and a marathon man, and with the strength of 1,000 men. He's a nightmare hangover, he's a one-night stand. He could eat more chicken any man in the land. Well, I've given up caring for happiness. When this heart gives out is when I rest. Run, 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 boy, faster than the past. Through the looking glass, if you want the night to last, you better run, 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 boy, faster than the past. Through the looking glass, if you want the night to last.
All right. So you just heard Run, Run, Run by the Libertines. Um, so, yeah, I mean, who knows what they're going to come up with next? They're still together somehow. They're still making music somehow. And hopefully they get themselves sorted out and no more drama, right? All right. Well, that's it for Shimmer Like a Girl on Prowl Radio. This is Shauna, and I'm signing out. Have a great rest of the day.